Nice, yeah,
Now,
already.
Uh,
it's episode
Yeah.
123, which is a lovely number.
Easy as ABC.
Yeah. And I just called it Fire Jail.
Wow.
accurate.
I feel like the artistry behind your titles has been waning.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, doesn't it vary from week to week? Depends on what we're doing and what
It
kind of week it's been.
No, it entirely depends on how tired Andrew is.
We're into
Well,
sledgehammer. We're into sledgehammer mode.
Fine.
There's
you
me
think of a
trying to
better
be nice.
title.
Oh, I was.
Come on, Graham, you're the protagonist this week.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have went with easy as ABC, but
Yeah,
just to make the song reference. But go for it.
Is this going to turn into another heist like Saturday?
I mean, technically, maybe.
I was gonna say I missed you all.
Aw,
Oh,
that's really. Oh yeah, Andrew, Graham's like slightly more positive now. I'd wager like 40% more positive.
Why?
very specific
What's
amount.
happened?
He's just decided to turn over a new leaf.
Okay.
It's just on this full positive side of everything's gonna go great.
Yeah,
We are all awesome.
yeah,
Not Joseph will not kill all of our characters.
maybe.
I mean, he will, but he'll.
I
give
feel
her
if
means
I'm
of
more
resurrection.
positive, Joseph will react more positively towards us because I think that's why he attacks us so often.
You think that's why I attack you so often?
Yep.
That's fair enough, I guess.
Yeah. Works. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, if I didn't leave it down to dice rolls as to which one of you got attacked last Saturday, I would say the same.
So,
Anyway.
how's the party going?
I mean, we're coming at the end of it when everyone's retiring or something.
Yeah, you can come in at the end of this whole party type
Shindig.
thing.
Is the DJ getting tired?
Yeah, he's very
I mean,
tired.
let's be real. The DJ is a mare. She'd be a fucking insane DJ.
Never mind, the DJ is playing fucking songs you've never heard of and sounds that you can smell.
And popping
It's
more
like-
pills that mean she never has to sleep ever again.
Yeah, it's like 5 a.m. and she's like, here's the latest absolute bop, and it just like absolutely blares bass out the speakers. Everyone's like, Amir, shut the fuck up. Go to
Bear,
sleep."
we all went to bed 3 hours ago.
She's like, once you pop, you can't stop. Yeah.
I would pick Mayor more to be like a person who plays weird experimental synth jazz.
Fair enough.
The stuff that's like 3 people playing the
Synth,
same
yes,
note
jazz, no.
over and over again. And it's just
Synth,
like,
yes, jazz, no. I reckon.
no. Synth jazz is one of the weirdest forms of music possible.
No. Note to self, look up synth jazz.
It's basically like the idea is people are playing like a singular note over and over again and trying to like vary that singular note's rhythm and pacing so that there's like 5 different instruments playing a different one single note over and over again to make a song. It's fucking mental.
It sounds like I'd hate it.
I mean,
So
I hate it.
It also sounds like something that a mayor would do, so...
Yeah, I mean, I hate it. That's why I'm ascribing it to a
Yeah.
mayor.
I'm
Yeah, it
intrigued.
sounds like I'd hate it. I was intrigued by synth jazz, and then you described it, and I'm like, nah, I'll hate that. Hell, I
believe
don't
the
like
band
it
that
when a song is just the chorus again and again and again, let alone that.
the band that first formed it, the guy who formed the band went up to his pitch to the others was like, we must play monotonously.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, that sounds terrible.
But yeah, I am gonna retire and start reading up on books on interplanar law. I don't need to understand them. I just need to be able to know the jargons for when we have to go free Fireball.
Sure.
Can I I just had a really funny thought.
Yep.
Out of character. Can you imagine? We go, we succeed. I snap a bit off my pen. We get Fireball out, and then he's immediately taken to court over the legal stuff, and then goes back
over
to
the
prison.
defamation case.
Oh no.
It's like, he got out of jail and was forgiven for like committing mass murder of children.
Oh god,
But the defamation suit, that's what gets him.
I have to go represent Fireball in court, and
Phoenix.
I am just a down country simple lawyer from the far plane, and I
Phoenix,
do
right?
say
This
sorry.
is how we
Phoenix-
talk in the fireplane.
Phoenix Wright episode ensues.
I'm gonna check my voice. I can see it. That's a miracle.
Good. None of us thought to check.
Exactly.
Sorry, we failed you. But you succeeded, so like yay, you succeeded.
Yeah, you caught it.
Almost gave Graham the most powerful ability in the world.
Oh.
Aw.
Almost. It was close.
Almost.
I've
Congrats, Graham.
reworded it so that it no longer is the most powerful ability in the world.
Also, before Sunya vanishes to Sunya Heaven to do weird thing, she would pat Fume on the head and say congratulations, and then vanish.
That reminds me, Sonia, you've gained 3 new followers.
Woohoo!
And also you have a paladin who has vowed to conquer the universe in your name.
Ooh.
The response for you saying congratulations and patting me on the head is thanks. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Then Sunya vanishes with all the other Sunyas.
I'm like, look to Bethany. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Sometimes she's a bit weird.
Sometimes.
Hey, I spent 200 years in a single room with her, effectively, working out how to build stuff to get out of that time problem. Most of the stuff she does seems normal now.
Like, I spent 200 years with her, and that is the first time she's tousled my hair.
Yeah, it's weird. Something's up. But anyway, back to trying to learn like things that I could use to talk my way through to like getting Fireball out of a jail.
Oh yeah, roll me a con save, Fume.
Yes, when my computer lets me move. Just work, you piece of shit.
But yeah, specifically the paladin, Andrew. You think they're doing like you haven't really checked in on them too much, but you like they're really epitomizing your domain.
Which one?
That's such a vague statement.
Reproduction
nasty,
is
isn't he?
reproduction is the domain that they are epitomizing.
So
Mhm.
they're going to take over the universe by making the universe genetically the same.
Are they getting enthusiastic consent first?
Who knows?
Not Sonia. She hasn't checked. She's not checking that. That's not her beeswax, I suppose.
Pretty sure it is.
No, her beeswax is just making more. She's a good person, so wants you to. I imagine you don't look kindly on your followers that worship the darker aspects of you.
Not really.
No special extra presents for them.
No.
Sonya doesn't have darker aspects. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Well, there's-
Sunya doesn't, but her divinity does.
Yeah. Sonia is a good person, but the nature of her divinity is all-encompassing, and thus encompasses the evil bits of that as well.
If someone reports to me that someone's been naughty, I'll go and give them a telling off. But I'm not monitoring every single person all at once.
That's true. You're not a greater god yet. But yeah, con save. You did well. You did very well. Well done, Fume. Have a biscuit. One moment. Where's your character
Yay,
sheet?
biscuit.
Have
So on
have
comes
a.
and brings you a biscuit.
This is the greatest day of my life.
I mean, Court's been cooking up a
I mean,
storm
I mean
last
nothing,
session.
honey.
Court's been cooking up a storm last session. He's probably done biscuits for you. He's like, here, have that.
So Fume.
Uh-huh.
Something on your character sheet is about to change slightly.
Okay.
It is done.
Uh, can you give me more of an indication because I can't see the whole thing? Which area is it in?
No, it's funnier if you have to find it. It's funnier if you just don't notice it.
Oh, there's a number that's been
There
added
is-
to a different number.
There's a number.
That's a hell of a number.
Yeah. You're getting another new. That's a present for you.
Sick.
And you're also getting another thing when I finished writing it up. Because currently, I need to add another thing to it.
Happy with that. Just like on the tablet, I've found that I don't really know how to work. Just like searching for like interplanar law list of glossary of terms, please. Doing the proper like single finger punching every letter typing. Hello.
Holo.
Oh, good. I've disconnected there for a minute.
Oh, I, I kind of also want to just give you this ability, and then see if you ever use it without telling you what it does.
You know, if it has a cool enough name, maybe.
Oh, but its name sounds awful. But it does a cool thing.
Then you probably want to rename it something cool.
I mean, it's got a cool name, but it sounds detrimental.
I'm gonna ask you one question.
Yeah?
Is it detrimental?
It has detrimental properties, but it has advantageous properties as well. More advantageous than detrimental, I would say, given your current condition.
You need to work on selling these things.
I mean, I could sell you on it.
You could just lie to me. It's great.
It'll let you hit with the force of 1,000 U's.
Man, 1,000 me's still doesn't make a single quote attack.
I mean,
I believe in
Theor-
that guy. He's the best at punching things.
Thank you, Fume. You hear from like an upstairs window.
And like, I'm always in awe of the fact that Sonya can control like time and space and shit, and like give people like weird boons. It's amazing.
But Cole can just punch whatever he wants away.
From the upstairs window. Hey, you're a genie. You straight up grant people's wishes. How is that not super powerful?
I mean,
Give yourself some credit.
and yeah, I suppose, but like, you go to somebody and then they wish for something, and then it's like, ah, cool, there you go, and then they're always very ungrateful, usually.
I'm very grateful for the one you gave me.
Okay.
Anyway, going leans back into the window, goes back to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and sleep and and long rest to change to my new stat.
Very ominous.
Yeah, you also, Fion, when you wake up, you feel great.
Cool. Yeah. Don't know what it was about this location, but for some reason it makes me feel awesome.
It's less location dependent. You just, you feel it's come from, like, I don't know, within your body.
Interesting. But yeah, I'm just up and reading, like trying to work out how we save Fireball, and I'm like running around the place, helping anybody out with anything they need to be done. Like fire, a positive fire of helpfulness has been lit within me today.
So we I can't talk. I'm not there.
Just waiting
That's
for Sonya to return.
true.
Sonya's gonna be away for a while.
There you go, you've got a brand new ability, and I've told you what it does, but you can choose not to look at what it does.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that just. Do I be How nice am I feeling today? Convince me to be nice to you, Graham.
I mean, if you want to be nice to you, you can be nice to me. If you want to be mean, you can be mean. Just know that I appreciate you no matter which you choose.
That that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I think I'll give you mm, this many.
This many.
Yeah, that seems nice. That's nice enough. Yeah, you can have that many.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow, that many.
That many.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of something.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being set up for a terrible fall. No, this is positive time. We're positive fume now. Everything's going great. We
I mean,
feel great. We're
you have a
being
new
helpful.
you have a new ability at the bottom of your uh ability list. You can choose not to know what it does and just attempt to use it at some point. And I think that would be more fun.
Uh
But
huh.
you
Uh huh.
can choose to read it because I've
I
added
haven't
description.
read it yet.
I'll just leave that with you.
Uh huh. But yeah, I'm just trying to be helpful and see if any of the. We were at like Colt's house, right? Because we were at Colt's house with a
Yeah,
bunch of people that had been died and
yeah,
were about to live.
we're at the manor house on Zandikar that Colt's clan is currently like squatting in
You've
because the
decided his
noble
Colts.
is just chill with letting us be here as a sort of like, I don't know, security detail. Hey,
Uh,
they get lodgings here and they keep bandits away. Great.
yeah.
Dumb question. What is the like? How does this place deal with like that tornado that living tornado that just walks around the place?
Living
Magic.
tornado. Oh, you're talking about the Zandikar one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
The
mean,
royal, it just kind of like shifts about the place and just destroys everything in its path. It's why your people are nomadic, right?
We've got a picket fence for that.
The wizard says, "Oh, the house moves.
Cool.
I just move it if it ever starts coming this way."
That seems important.
and Harris would probably just be like, "Well, we usually live on the backs of the moving." If I can't do voices today.
It's
He'll
fine.
probably be
You'll,
like,
you'll...
he'll probably be like, "We usually live on the backs of the moving earth elementals, which everyone thinks are mountains, but obviously they're not." You remember that Colt couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Harris can, Colt didn't.
But yeah, like, does anyone know where Sonya went off to?
Probably back into her domain or something.
Okay, so
I think.
So this fireball problem, right?
Yeah.
We know where he is, right?
Uh, no.
We know anyone that knows where he is.
That spider?
I mean, sure.
Do we know anyone that's willing to tell us where he is?
No.
I mean, surely there's like a prisoner database somewhere.
I mean, a voice chimes up and it's just like,
We
you,
could use that
you could use
whole
the thing on the
Yeah,
ship.
the-
filter where
Why
things
do I
are.
keep forgetting that we have that? It's almost like the person who controls my every actions is operating on like 1% a day.
There's a
I
perception filter around it. That's fine.
I didn't
Yeah.
forget we had that. I just know that Fume doesn't plan on using it.
I don't see why not.
Can TKO just, since he won't be sleeping, could he just have already done that? Do you want
Yeah?
a con save off of the robot man?
Yeah, give me con save, Robot Man.
He'll take the gadget that gives advantage, just because why not? It's
Bobbidi
front roll
boobidi.
advantage. That's 26.
Yeah,
prison?
you see Fireball in a little cell.
Yeah, but I'm able to like zoom out to see the location, right?
He
The
weirdly
ship
has tattoos.
the ship can extrapolate coordinates for where he is. Yeah.
Alright, and then cross-reference the coordinates with what building is there, like on what plane and what planet, etc.
Yeah.
Tikio will be doing that while everyone's sleeping because he's a computer, so of course he will be. Just having that ticking away in the background. So like we're going, so so when we're all going, do we know where he is? No, not really. Tikio is just like, already got it, mate.
Beep boop. Here you go. He's very far away.
No shit. How far away? Like far away that's gonna take the ship a while?
Far away that it will take the ship a while to get there.
Okay. If we are jumping on the ship now, can Colts do like one tiny thing before leaving?
Sure.
Just being on Zandikar for like as after he gets up, he'll do like a morning maintenance, like exercise routine of just like stretches and then like throwing like a bit of shadow boxing and like a few kicks and stuff just to like loosen up all the joints, and then he'll like do his usual like meditation of gathering ki, but then he'll if he sees Jerez, he'll probably just be like, I think I figured out something that you might want to see. It'll prevent what happened when I found you again happening again. Remember how you were poisoned by that key? If you just
Okay.
if you just open up your senses and feel what the key is doing right now, and Court like places like one fist in his palm and he uses his version of the spirit surge technique, which is to pull key into himself, but obviously blends it with his own so it doesn't get poisoned. He's not taking it from anybody though, he's just taking it from the surroundings of Zandikar.
Let's see if Harris has got on his A game today.
Mm.
Good insight.
Very
He sort of gets it. He understands the general premise of what you're trying to put down, but you still think he's not quite on it. You think with some practice he could probably get it.
yeah.
But he-
Court's like trying to just give it as a sort of like, hey, consider this when you're practicing this so that you can beef up your skills a bit more, and therefore, well, prevent just because all he wants is to prevent the whole, hey, I took key from somebody, now I'm poisoned and dying. He's like, yeah, the way I do it, that doesn't happen anymore.
he vaguely understands what you're saying and vaguely is gonna try and apply the concept, but he like it seems a little advanced.
But yeah, Court's just like, just make sure that you only do it with like, the surrounding environment, not creatures yet. Until you're sure you've got it.
He goes, oh, okay,
But-
got it.
But I'm just showing you this now because, it might help you get there. Hell, it took me fighting a god to figure it out. It was one of those freak adrenaline moments where you push past your limit and it just happens. So, so I should at least mention something rather than just keeping it to myself. But yeah, how much K would Colt get from like demonstrating it?
You're in Zendikar. It's like pretty natural around here. There's a lot of life, a lot of forest.
Pretty foresty.
You can have 5 extra. You can have 5 extra key points today.
Neat. And then the whole empowerment thing, is that just whenever, or do I need to still have those temporary points?
You need to spend key points to use it.
Is there specifics to how many?
Yes. I check one of their sheets because it's written there. I think it's 5. I think it is 5 just to enter that state.
Alright, so what he's pulled in would be enough to just enter it.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll note that down in his sheet because I don't have that written down yet. So Colt's just gonna put that little bit smidge into storage and just leave it at that because he's not gonna transform here because he doesn't know what the limitations are in it yet.
True. There's no point in going Super Saiyan immediately.
Yeah.
But you do notice one thing. Actually, roll perception, Cold.
Perception.
Actually, maybe it's better to roll insight. I don't know. I'll let you pick.
I'll
between-
roll both.
Sure.
But I've already rolled the perception. It's already there. It's a 26 and a 34.
Perception. You're looking at Fume and you're like, you notice subtle things and you're like, she looks sturdier than normal.
Wow.
And then
So
insight
rocky.
is like, insight would get you, like, Fume looks a bit more permanent. You get a feeling of permanence from Fume.
I was trying to work out what way you were going to word this that wouldn't be insulting that wouldn't also be able to be construed as an insult.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing now because like Colt will probably just be like, "You been exercising again, Fume?"
Nope.
Yeah, looks like you have. Look good.
Thanks. Just cooking away.
You don't.
Good.
Making magical flames.
You look great. You don't look like an emaciated kobold, which would look awful.
Yeah, those things are. Oh, dread that idea.
Imagine
who
being
would
an
do that?
emaciated kobold.
Who would do that to a kobold?
Don't know, someone. But yeah, I'm just gonna ask the question I put in the chat, the Discord. Did you decide if this
Hunt some worms.
if our Zendikar was pre or if the Zendikar in this setting was pre or post alien invasion?
I mean, frickin', would that require a roll of Colt?
Well, if it was post alien invasion, Colt would definitely know about it if he lived here.
It is
That's why
pre.
I'm asking the DM because
It
it
is-
sounds like a timeline for his.
Yeah,
Sounds like a timeline for his campaign.
Pre sounds
Sure.
like it would make sense since Colt didn't know shit about space.
It
stuff.
is pre-alien invasion, but it's close to alien invasion.
Ah well,
Okay.
at least this
That-
version.
5
Sorry,
days
that's
away.
Sorry,
That's-
technically that makes it post alien invasion, but pre aliens coming back.
Mm.
The first alien invasion happens before Core are alive on the planet,
Yeah.
and then they get sealed away, and then they get released by Anadia.
Well,
And then
as I was going to
reinvade.
say, at least this version of Zendikar has Colt, so if any aliens do turn up, guess what's going to happen to them?
Aliens did turn up. They abducted Colt, took him to space, and he
No,
fought some gods.
That's honestly, yeah, fair.
I mean,
That's
the
what
ones that
happened.
the ones that Colt saw, they looked human, and they looked like they had one of those spelljammers that looks like a galleon or like just a regular shipping vessel. And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll be a security detail on your it
Like
was
part,
like
part of
on
Colt's
your
backstory
freighter.
is straight up aliens were like probing the planet ready for invasion. So you know,
Then
but
again,
you know,
if anything invades hostily, guess what's going to happen to it?
I
Uh,
imagine a cult will punch.
Spoiler: technically, the gods of this world are actually evil, or like weird space aliens.
Hey, don't you talk
Don't
about
worry
Sonya
about it.
like
I
that?
mean, Colt's not particularly religious. The closest he's gotten to religious is Bahamut and Sunya. And even then, he's not fully religious. He wouldn't know
And they're
that.
not Zendikar religions;
I,
they're
I,
religions you picked up
Yeah,
off
exactly.
world.
That's my point. Is Colt wouldn't know that.
I also really enjoy how Court's not particularly religious, being a god.
Hey, he still hasn't figured that
I
out.
know that's the best. That's one of the best things. So great. It's just
It's
like
just whenever he's like really going all out, he just flickers with divinity a little bit, and Sunya hasn't seen him do that yet. To not go, hey, you've got wings and shit.
ooh, that's the best part of this. Is
Tikio
just
probably recorded it as well. He probably has the record data banks or something, and nobody's looked at it.
on a technicality, Colt is one of them gods of Zendikar.
True. He doesn't even know,
I know it's great.
and I'm fine with it.
Oh yeah, Colt. You had like a strange dream last night, and it was like of someone saying like, "Lend me strength," and it was a warrior fighting a big monster.
Since Colt's been hanging around with Sonya and everyone else being as strong as they are, as well as he's also punched a god lately. He's just like he's going to do what I did the other week, which is wake up and think that's really, really next level weird. So I'm going to write it down. Does he still feel anything other than that?
No, it's just like
Mm.
you have like a couple of dreams of like
Did did did,
warriors
did,
in
did
battle.
Colt did Colt see the guy's face in the dream, or see who the guy was?
Yeah, like
Uh,
you saw a human woman, furbolg, man, and a noble kobold,
mm-hmm.
So noble.
So Colt can write those down, so that when
and they were
so you know how come dreams just like blink out of existence. So is this one blinking out of existence or not?
you can like you expect it to, but you can recall it quite easily.
Yeah, especially since he's wrote it. He thinks, well, especially since I wrote it down, it just brings it back. Uh,
Hey, this
I'm
is good
gonna
to see.
I'm gonna let the dice decide what he does. I'm gonna make it a 50-50. So 16 or higher, and he chases this up. Oh,
Wait,
no,
16 or
not 16.
higher?
26 or higher, I meant.
Ah.
26 or higher. 16's his modifier. Again, I'm half asleep.
No, that was just very
Uh,
funny. 16 or higher. Rolled that
I
one,
know,
which is 17.
I know, I'm
Perfect.
fucking. I know it's because 16 is the modifier. I'm
Yeah.
like not mentally there today. 26 or higher. Do I just lucky that? Fuck it, I kind of want to, so I will. Oof, just over the threshold. Colt will like use the divination sphere to see if those are real people. You want a
Uh,
con save?
sure, yeah.
Ben, can I have the thing?
Hands you eye
I need to.
brace.
I need to use thing.
Hands you eye brace.
Thank you. Same as TKO.
You keep your eye, and you successfully peer and see. When you check for one of them, yeah, you see them currently chilling in a tavern.
So they're doing all right.
Yeah, it
Th-
seems.
All of them are there. They don't look injured.
Uh, yeah. I mean, they look like they've been in battle recently,
Uh
but
huh.
currently it looks like they are asleep in their room in a tavern. And then across from them on a different bed, there's like someone who you maybe would have seen in the background of your dream. They look like a spellcaster, the person in the other bed, but the person you're like focused on is, I mean, you can see like some plate armor next to their bed and a sword.
So they might be a fighter or a paladin of some sort. Right, well, Court's like, okay, so I'm getting dreams about people who actually do exist, but they're fine. So I don't know why they were asking me for more strength. They've clearly handled whatever they were doing. Court's just gonna like bear that in mind. Does he ask Sonya? Or not?
I mean, you can't.
Not
mean,
there.
You're
I
not
mean, you
there,
can pray.
Yeah, you could pray. You could pray to Sonya.
That sounds like a concept that just doesn't make sense to him.
I like the idea. There are two ways you could contact Sonya. You could pray,
Phone
or
or
you could
pray.
phone.
Yeah, but which
Let's
one's going to
make
get
it-
picked up more often?
I mean, a mayor always calls Sonya, but I guess
He can't figure out the phone.
picks up his phone again, accidentally electrocutes it. Oh.
Do you want me to dial it for you?
I mean, I was just trying to send Sonya a text. It doesn't matter. I suppose they can wait. Have you found
Okay.
where she went yet? Or am I right in saying that she went to our domain?
Fume, you do know that because before
Yeah.
we had
So
the
I-
conversation several weeks ago.
Oh yeah, Andrew. Several demons have moved into your domain.
Again?
They're just like, hey, boss.
Sonya is excluded from everyone right now. They are doing
I-
big magic shit.
Ah,
Okay.
fair enough. But yeah, you would know that there are several demons in your
I
plane.
mean,
Because the demons that swore allegiance to you now reform here when they die, and can only be truly killed when killed here. They have effectively become denizens of this plane. The
Good for them.
first, quote-unquote, natives.
I will text Sonya to be like, hey, we found Fireball location. We want to start moving that way. Are you able to find find us on the ship?
You wouldn't get
See
a
if we get a-
response.
Huh.
Where's Fume? There. A person would walk up to you and be like, "Yeah, don't worry, Sonya will know how to get to you."
Okay. So we could just like start heading. It's gonna be like a reasonable amount of time to get to this location. It's right at distance.
sounds like it. If, according to what Tiki was telling me, that is one big ass number on the travel time.
Let's just move
Who
this.
wants to join me in learning about interplanar law?
Ben
sounds-
raises his hand.
That
Yeah.
sounds like it's something that you want to do.
Bethany could not be less interested.
Yeah, but Bethany's like, I kind of want to go murder things.
Well, if that's how you feel, while they're doing that, do you want to spar?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Just don't go beyond 50%. Keep it easy.
Do you think Discovery
True.
Do you think Discovery might know stuff about this?
Discovery has never seen a law book and has no concept of what laws are.
Yeah, but Discovery's incredibly smart.
Yes, if you teach if you give Discovery this book, Discovery will learn everything in it way faster than you.
Yeah.
Like
so my
Discovery will read this book once and have insights that people who have studied it for their whole life will not have had
Okay.
yet.
So my plan then is for me, Ben, and Discovery to do like a study group.
Okay.
Sure.
Thing is like
Not
just bonding with Discovery.
not to fuck things over in that moment. Joseph, for how important it is what Sonya's doing to her, would she have probably stole Discovery
Actually,
away?
yeah, Discovery would not be there. Robo Discovery would be there, but Discovery would be with Sonya because of what you're working on.
Would Robo Discovery be useful in this situation?
They're like Discovery. They're less, quote unquote, useful in that sense because they're mostly just like they do like the busy work and stuff for Discovery, but they might be helpful.
But anyway, we're gonna form a study session and we're gonna try and learn enough big words from the internet, from the interplanar law book, that I might be able to bullshit my way into getting Fireball released by the people who
Sure.
work in the prison.
Ben will buy you all a certificate of law from a very reputable university that only wanted like $40 uh, and proof that you can pass a very simple law exam.
Sorry, I missed almost all of that. I got Ben will buy and then everything cut out.
Ben's gonna buy you all some very legitimate
Law degrees.
law degrees.
Cool, 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 cool. I just need to have some sort of accreditation and then enough know-how that we can say that I can talk shit about why Fireball needs to be released.
I mean, yeah, according to that document, you're a doctor now.
Doctor of Law.
Yeah.
A doctor.
Yeah. From the University of Versity City.
Very, very prestigious, that Versity City University.
Yeah. It's incredibly prestigious.
But yeah,
I hear there's a gas station there now.
But I will try to also actually learn things. So
Yeah,
that I'm not...
roll me in. Give me. What would this be?
Is the stat you're going to ask for charisma based? Because that would be great for me, but I doubt it.
No.
But
Presenting your argument will be charisma based, but
sure.
learning rules is going to be an intelligence based thing.
Would that
Like-
be an investigation based thing?
Probably not. Are you investigating something?
Well, yeah, I'm learning. I'm like, what is investigating except from learning?
True, I suppose.
True?
I'm
Question mark?
investigating this book to learn all of its secrets. And then I will move on to the next book to learn that book's secrets.
I will just interject, you do kind of need the insight to understand what it is that you're reading in order to learn anything from it.
No, learning's entirely an intelligence-based thing in D&D. Don't worry about it.
I mean, it's intelligence intelligence is more book smart, which this is.
Yeah. If I was
Uh,
trying to learn like practical uses of things,
insight is more trying to figure out. Insight is that like revelation moment, or you get
Ow.
a feeling that guides you in the right direction of study or whatever. Give me a history check, Fume.
No, law, not history.
You do pretty well.
but
You
yeah,
do
I
pretty
I
well.
assume we'll be doing this over a couple of weeks
Yeah.
worth of in-game travel as we try
You're-
and cram.
Your first study session goes really well. You learn.
Murder is illegal.
True. That's the first thing you learn.
I'm like, who the fuck made up these laws?
You
That's why it stuck, because it was the first thing that you were reading through, like, yeah. What? That's not fucking true.
Yeah, you learn about mens rea and actus rea and bunch of legal jargon.
Cool.
I thought
You
you were
learn
about to
about-
say men's rights.
I mean,
Yeah, you learn about men's rights.
skip. I'm looking for the rights of fireballs. What the fuck's this?
Elemental law.
Yeah.
You go over to the elemental law section. Get a book
I don't
on
care
that.
about humans.
Give me like 4 more history checks, and Ben will also roll 4 more history checks.
1, 2, if it rolls.
Wow. Ben had 2 days where he was fucking awful at this.
Is that 4 from me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
He's like, day one went so well for him. Day two, ugh.
So I think that's probably an okay time.
I mean, yeah, but both of you do really well at studying law over the
Except
course
for those
of.
2 days where he nat ones and was like very distracted by someone trying to like steal from his liquor cabinet or something like that.
Yeah.
No, Sunya's not there, so that's the one place on the ship that is safe.
Fair.
Oh. No, those 2 days were the 2 times he went to investigate his liquor cabinet and was disappointed at how empty it was.
He's just not managed to restock.
Because it's all his expensive rare alcohols have all been stolen. He's like, oh.
I'm doing this. I will put my hopes out there that I'm doing this in the hopes that it will be much easier to talk our way through this rather than having to fight anyone.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So like, you do quite well at understanding the law. You are pretty aware Fireball is incredibly guilty of like the crimes he's committed.
Oh no, 100%. But I'm trying to find if there's ways that I can describe him being guilty in a way that makes it sound like he's innocent to people who would just be working in a prison.
Yeah, your angle, your best angle is something along the lines of like, he didn't know there were a bunch of babies in that cave when
This
he
is like a
nuked it.
losing argument. I need to make it as well as possible.
Yeah, like that's sort of the best angle you can approach from without outright lying about what's going on.
I mean, yeah,
You can
sure,
you
that's
can
fine.
you can lie if
No,
you
no,
want.
I'm happy to go with the way that's not outright lying because I happen to have my stats are 7 better in not lying than in lying.
Yeah. Uh yeah, that is your best approach that isn't a lie. You could probably craft a more like convincing argument if you did lie. Just on the whole like he would have never done that. That look, there was anyone could have cast that giant summon the plane of fire attack.
Yeah, I'm going to
I
start
mean,
like coaching some character witnesses.
I mean, there was what did you not? Did you or did you not see another powerful fire-based spellcaster who could have done something similar
I mean, there
that
was
day?
one in the room.
Referring to yourself, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, well, I mean, technically, yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to start like going around the crew that was there and start coaching witnesses.
Sure.
Technically, I think believe in a legal practice, but fuck that.
Yeah, you start coaching people to say the right things in the right way. Yeah.
Say the truth. I'm coaching them to say the truth.
The truth, in quotation marks. Yeah,
In the italics.
So I take it you'll be doing that the quote then, just saying I need to make sure that you tell them this.
Yeah, I'm like, here is your script. Learn your script. Emote it properly.
Look, you gotta make sure to inform them that might not have been Fireball, in theory. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. You've got to inform them that Fireball doesn't deserve this harsher punishment
I
for
mean,
killing all
like,
those babies.
yeah, like Colt glances at the thing, doesn't start reading it, but he's like, but he doesn't deserve that harsh punishment. Any adventurer in that situation would do the same thing. He was being attacked by a swarm of fucking spiders. What else are you gonna do?
Yep, well done, yep, just keep up that attitude. Like, I
Yeah,
see you've read the script before.
Those
God,
spiders, those spiders looked aggressive. He had to do it.
they were
Yeah,
going
like,
to eat
did
us.
you not see that there was those spiders had guns?
Those spiders
They had-
had
They
guns.
had worse than guns. They had paralyzing poison that would have killed everybody in the room. He stopped that happening.
Yeah.
I've just done that.
I love how Colt hasn't even looked at the script and he's just like, "Hey, this is the point I'm going to be making, and you're happy with it."
I'm like, well, if I'm glad you've read the script because like the script covers this point by point, and you've like hit every point that was in the script. Great job.
neat.
Like,
Brilliant.
well done on memorizing. Just maybe you should change some of the phrase. Like, the script has some slightly better phrasing because, like, to convince people. Because I wrote it, and I'm very convincing.
Okay, I will because you wrote it. I will give it a look.
Thanks.
Hey,
It's more about your. Sorry.
Joseph, do you? This is technically relevant. Joseph, do you agree with the statement I just sent you in message?
Let's see. Fume, roll me some persuasion checks for the people you're like quote unquote coaching.
Well, that's a big one. That's an even bigger big one.
Do you need any more? I think that should cover the people who are here. The issue is I'm now waiting for like Sonya to return with the other Sonyas so I can start coaching individual Sonyas.
Sure. Sonia, you kind of solve. I mean, you're solving your problem, ish.
Look,
You've
I
gotten
know
in there.
I know that we
Let
are.
us let us cut across to Sonya to see what Sonya's been
Oh
doing.
God,
for all
don't do
these
that.
days.
Sonia, you are busy doing your big old magic ritual.
What's that the which movie has the seeing into the universe? The old one. Where all the colours and things fly past your head.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, that's what's
The
happening.
ending of that. Yeah. So yeah, Sonia, you've sort of like arrived in this mental space along with Discovery, and you two are like hashing out a plan to fix the mental space.
Mhm.
Uh, your basic theory is that you might be able to lock the knowledge away so that it doesn't paralyze the poor bat, but like you might be able to allow them to get like access to portions of it at certain times. Is your current theory?
It's gonna take a long time to figure it out, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're trying to process infinite knowledge effectively.
In other words, Grave, I'm not coming back in this session.
So you won't be back when we get to the jail set or stuff. Okay, that's fine. Continue onwards.
Yeah, eventually you arrive at the jail. It is a asteroid.
An asteroid.
Yes.
That would be a very interesting shape for them to have built this prison in.
It's actually two asteroids that crashed into each other, so it looks like an ass.
Man,
yeah.
this place puts Alcatraz to shame.
They
I don't.
Yes.
Above game, I don't know of any like famous prisons in lore.
I like the idea that everyone still knows about Alcatraz somehow.
Oh yeah, Alcatraz. Yeah. We all get that.
I mean, I
Yeah,
couldn't think of anything
Inlore
else.
Inlore where you're from doesn't have prisons.
The Space Tower of London. You've all heard of that one.
Space London.
Like where Colt's from, like prisons don't exist because what you do when you're disappointed with someone is throw them into the wild and see if they die or not.
True. But that wouldn't work with Fireball. That would just kill the whole fucking environment. If
That
you
would
did
kill the
then.
wild.
That would
kill
kill
the wild.
I
You
mean,
you throw a fireball in the wild would burn. He would burn the wild.
I mean that would depend on which part of the wild you threw him into. There is a thriving merfolk community that is entirely about water magic.
Yeah, if you threw him into the ocean, I don't think he'd do well.
That's points about the merfolk. That's why we avoid the oceans.
There are also living typhoons.
Yeah, we avoid
They don't
those.
stay in the water. They roam like anywhere.
Oh no,
I
the
reckon,
darkness.
I reckon I could clap one of those out of existence at this point.
Oh, pretty easily. You're way stronger than them now.
No, I mean
But they
literally
would have
claps.
advantage against.
No, I mean literally claps his hands.
Yeah, you could clap those cheeks.
That was a reference. I don't think anyone got it.
I'm. No, I missed it. Well,
Never
anyway,
mind.
we will attempt to start docking with the Ascatraz.
I mean, that's definitely its name now. Yeah. The bottom of the map, in the southerny bit. And just revealing the spacey bit that's outside. Filled with space.
Alcatraz was full of gold, right?
No.
You're thinking of
Fort
the
Knox.
American.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of Fort Knox.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
it was
gonna.
not- just not a
Alcatraz was
prison.
the one that was Alcatraz was the one that was on an island
Yeah,
surrounded
I
by
thought
the
they
ocean.
in my head they also stored something, but I was obviously wrong.
Nah,
I,
Yeah, no,
I
Alcatraz
just
is
wanted
the
to make a
bird man.
joke where instead of storing gold, they stored precious brown, even though I think it was precious green was the
Yeah,
um
it
a
is
nugget
precious
of
green.
purest green.
yeah.
But yes, we are heading into whatever this thing is.
I take it up here is where you want with Joseph.
At the bottom of the map is where I want you.
Oh, sorry.
Navigate
Where's the
yourself
button?
towards the Terry.
Ah, there. Court just ends up on the other side of the asteroid somehow.
Yeah, Colt was like, just drop me off here.
Breathe
Get- he-
space.
He steps out into the airlock and Tiki was like, no, don't do it. Don't pull that lever. Ah.
But yeah, you dock. Uh,
So, are we just bringing our dog? What is this?
I suppose
What is this? What am I zooming in
door.
on?
There's a door.
No. What's next to dog? What is that?
Oh, that. Yes.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm not worried. I'm just curious. What is it?
I mean, the person has been hanging out with you for the past several days or weeks, or however
Yes.
fucking long it's been.
What, since
Have
we
they?
got back on the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just been a person who's just been hanging out.
Excuse
My
me,
coach
do I
Devin
know
what
you?
to say?
In fact, it was this person that came and told you that Sonia would be busy but would know a way to find you all.
See,
So are you like
gave me no
Sonia's
description
secretary
of
or
this
something?
person.
Are you like Sonia's secretary or something?
You know who I am.
Does he?
I actually, at the mention of that, Cole,
Uh-huh.
you know this person's called Ori.
Ori.
You've
Oh,
always
yes.
known
Like, sort of
that,
like his
actually.
Court's just like, oh yeah, I've seen you around before, yeah.
No.
Are you like teaming up with Fuman this whole being the diplomat?
Oh, no.
Hopefully.
Fuman,
yeah,
are you
but,
okay? I can hear
yeah.
Ono's mumbling.
Oh no, the Onos are out of character. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, in character,
Mm.
he was just like, oh yeah, that's a
Sure,
person.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
this is-
Fume doesn't really know who that is very much, other than some person who's been hanging out.
But yeah, let's see if we can get inside.
Sure.
Do you press
but-
the doorbell or knock?
I will do both at the same time.
Ding dong knock
You
knock
don't
ding
want-
dong knock knock.
You don't want me to knock, I might break the door.
Yeah, I'm a weak person. It's fine.
Big Murat steps forward. And a little recorded message plays of like, this prison does not accept visitors.
What, no state your business or nothing like that?
Sorry, I'm here on behalf of my client, who is being held here against all the interplanar laws I require to see whoever is in charge.
One moment.
You have selected speak with representative.
Steps back. Presses a button on the wall.
Oh, it's one of those nice chunky boys.
Another chunky boy shows up. Hello, this is an automated facility.
Would like to speak with a non-automated member of staff. Thank you very much. I know my rights. I have the right as a lawyer to get to my client.
Uh, please go speak to the warden of this prison in this sector, and then hands you a data pad.
And then I go to walk through the door.
They are not here.
Why are they
Okay.
not here?
They run
This-
many prisons.
This is outrageous. You need to bring them here now.
Please call the number on the data pad provided.
Oh, one.
I press I put in the number of the data pad and be
And then
like,
this one goes away and goes back to what they were doing.
and then I step through the door.
I mean, there's still this one here who is just like, please do not cross the yellow warning lines.
So you're gonna leave it outside and not let it inside while we sort out this massive fuck up by your boss?
Please take it up with the owner of this facility. Thank you.
I need your serial number now.
Serial number 387 T1.
Was that 71 or was that 7T1?
Serial number 387 T1.
Okay, I take a note of his serial number so that I can put in a complaint later.
Thank you, Joseph, for doing what I wanted you to. Which was start from the beginning again.
Yep, that was what I expected. But
Have
yeah,
a nice day.
I'm waiting for this phone number to like click
You
through.
do bring them up.
Yeah, I've started ringing when I was having this argument.
Just like, hello. Oh God,
I have
too
turned
early
up.
for this.
I have turned up to have a discussion with my client who's being wrongly held in this prison ahead of appeals statements, and yet these weird automatons will not let me see my client. I request the normal attorney-client privileges. What is this?
Uh,
They're the one who's causing the problems that I give you, and I give the serial number.
okay. Oh, that facility. Oh, like, um, who's your client from there?
I give the name of I gave the name Fireball and his actual name.
Oh, the baby killer.
Alleged.
The alleged baby killer, convicted of baby killing.
He was not connected. Yeah, no court convicted him.
I mean, there was a brief trial.
No court convicted him. He was not tried by his peers. This has been a miscarriage of justice.
The father of the babies showed up. Fireball was there, and he played a clip of him incinerating his babies.
I start spouting all of the legalese about how this was definitely like a trial where they used things that could be easily doctored as evidence, and no jury was required. His lawyers were not present. These are all the different. Like I basically list off the fact that there are like actually like 70 or 80 different things that were done wrong. That means you could not actually make this conviction stick.
Fair enough. Think his trial's still due. Proper trial.
As such, I like as the lawyer representative, I must be allowed to see my client.
Sure. I'll buzz you in. And then the automaton sort of steps to one side, and the door behind him opens as well.
And I follow and I head inwards along with my entourage of also useful people to go find Fireball.
Very few
And then-
people have decided to come along for this.
I can't see the thing at all, really.
I need to.
I just realised, after all that fucking work, Ben didn't come along.
Yeah, he was meant to come along. He was meant to
Sure.
be my co-counsel.
I just haven't dragged him on yet.
Wasn't going to bring TQ. He's a defense bot, not a diplomat.
Yeah. Now, my main question for once we get in here is, I know that the people who are prisoners in here will have some sort of device that means they can't cast magic, right?
You feel
Is the entire prison warded that way?
the prison is warded.
Is it warded in such a way where it's a powerful enough ward to inhibit the powers of gods?
You don't know.
I'm just saying because I have a god behind me.
You see Fireball in a little holding cell. He wasn't there a moment ago. He suddenly appeared there.
I will head in and start asking about how he's being treated.
Was the whole bit about I've got a god behind me in character or out of character?
Oh, in character.
Coates looks around like, no you don't, Sonya's not here.
I was talking about you.
He just looks at you really confused, and then just like shakes himself out of the confusion, thinking we've got more important things to focus on. And he goes, "Doesn't matter anyway if it's magically warded. Doesn't affect me anyhow. Not that either of us are planning on doing any wrongdoing here. We're here entirely on a level, aren't we?"
I'm just about to go talk to my client.
No.
I say to my client, Fireball.
Yeah, Fireball. Fireball says, well, he's Fireball. How do I capture the essence of Lawrence? It's awful. They've done the worst. Horribly mistreated me. They didn't let me burn everything down.
Nice tattoos though.
Yeah, do you like them?
Yeah.
I need you to stop talking about wanting to burn things because part of our case is about how you're such a sweet and nice individual and would never just randomly burn things.
Yes.
No.
I am that.
No, I need you to I take a script I've written in fire retardant substances
Okay.
and I pass it across the table. I'm like, I need you to read this.
He starts reading the script.
I am going to attempt to coach Fireball through the defense that we have managed to come up with all of our time reading, which is effectively that the Spider Dad has doctored all of the evidence to remove the fact that his children were incredibly dangerous.
Got it. Fair enough.
The whole defense is basically going this. Nothing that was done here was unnecessary for the safety of the entire universe.
Fair enough. That's what you're going for?
Currently,
it's a good angle.
I have prepared. We will have to prepare second and third angles just in case the jury don't bite on that one. But effectively, what we're going to do is we're going to play into people's natural arachnophobia.
Fair enough.
It's like those jury cases where they play into the fact that the average person is in the American cases where you see where they play into the fact that the average person has a bunch of real bigoted feelings behind them they just don't express normally to push them into acting on those things.
Yeah.
To find somebody not guilty or guilty. We're doing that but with spiders.
Yeah. You're using arachnophobia as your weapon.
Yeah, we're effectively going to try and trigger anyone who is an arachnophobe within the jury to
And just be like, oh yeah, kill them spiders.
exactly. Is killing a spider really murder? I say no.
I say no. Sure, you start like coaching Fireball on this stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
uh, and you're confident that in like 4 months when the trial happens, he's gonna do quite well.
Okay. Now I'm also sitting here being like, okay, while this is going on, I will have asked Holt and the others to try and look for anything that we could use to just like expedite the process by just removing Fireball from the whole issue.
But yeah, once he's spoken to you for a bit, uh, your time is up, and this giant robot approaches and is like, time for him to go back to his cell.
Um, Mr. Robot, sir.
Affirmative.
So as this is going to be a prepping for a very dangerous case, what are my schedules? What's my schedule for being allowed back in for more visits?
Yeah, the prison is open. Yeah, you can see him. You can talk to him at any point. He can technically accept calls, but you can
Uh,
physically come and visit him once a week.
Once a week. Okay. So calls, how is he getting his calls here? Because my client has like, he was a famous adventurer who put a lot of bad people away, and I'm very worried that he might be attacked by random people in sort of more general population if he's trying to do stuff.
He's already in the special section of the prison with the less dangerous convicts.
Less dangerous, you say.
Yep.
My client here is obviously a crackling fire, but a lovely, warm individual who poses no threat to anyone and would never think of doing anything reckless or running away from a problem.
Sure.
I'm just what I'm trying to do is sort of like get an idea of who, if trying to trick the robot into telling me anyone else who's in that section.
It just looks at you blankly.
Oh damn it! Trying to
It
trick a robot's hard.
it go beep boop, and then starts guiding Fireball away.
Fireball, don't give in. We'll get you out of this.
Uh, I mean, I know what Lawrence would do in this situation.
We've got to get you back to your realm where you're like a freedom fighter, freeing slaves,
Yeah, he'll lead
fighting
him back.
against those awful water elementals and their slavery empire.
He'll lead him back to his cell. Then it just goes back in here, and then just sort of chills.
Oh yes, I would like to prepare a list of all of the great, awesome things that Fireball has done to like destroy the water empire, slave trade, and such like,
Sure.
so that we can like use that as a character stuff for like why he's obviously not a terrible person who would burn alive a bunch of like babies.
Yeah, he would never do that.
Yep.
Never ever. Ben will help you out with this. And you're legally appointed his lawyer.
I'm just like sitting there like stressing, just being like, oh my god, this is gonna be so hard.
Also, looking around this prison fume, you feel like one of the enchantments on this place generally is that it suppresses fire in some way or capacity.
Oh, I feel awful. I I would like to ask the machines, can they please turn down the fire suppressant charm? It's like really messing with me.
They turn down the fire suppressant around this room that
Oh,
you're in.
thank you. That's very kind of you. So do we have to? Is this a case of they're like trying to get us to leave now that we've seen them for the 30 minutes we were allowed?
Uh, yeah, pretty much. Like, they basically say visiting time is sort of over.
All right, we back up then. I don't feel like starting a fight with a bunch of robots is the best idea.
I mean, sure, yeah.
Although,
No, but especially when I'm the only one who isn't warded.
In 4 short months, you might be able to win Fireball's trial.
Okay, that's the plan.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Wait,
What do you do in the meantime then?
I am preparing for a very lengthy trial,
Yeah, sure. So like
taking all of
you
this
and
time out of saving the universe, so the universe will end with it. Like, because I don't think we had 4 months till the universe ends. So,
uh,
like, you know,
at one point you had 3 days, but then you did a thing which meant it extended the lifespan of the universe, and we're gonna spend 4 months trialing Fireball.
I just love the. Well, you had 3 days. What? But you fixed it.
And then you
Oh.
did, and then you did something about it.
well, I mean, this is now like I cannot abandon Fireball to this fate. So it's now my prerogative that I am going to be trying to like save him. So all of my time will be spent prepping to like be
Uh,
his lawyer.
So like yeah, give me a couple of history checks and a couple of like
This
uh
doesn't preclude other people from going and doing non-insane things.
No,
I
no,
know.
we're helping. Because then you get advantage.
I mean, Cold genuinely feels like he'd be useless in this entire situation. He is your bodyguard, effectively, is what he was in that room.
Thank you. Sorry, you were wanting some history checks?
yeah, give me some history checks with advantage, because people are helping. And this is like a bunch of pre-trial stuff that you're hashing out with the other lawyer.
Yep, me and Ben, the other lawyers.
No, the prosecution. You and
No,
the you two and the
I got it.
prosecution
I was
are
just
like
making a joke. Don't worry.
fair enough. Are sort of having a back and forth of like what's happening. Yeah, you do pretty You do pretty well, all in all. Over the following 4 months of just like talking to them like presenting this evidence and being like, okay, this is how my argument will be structured and stuff.
I would like to find someone who can.
Like the evidence is relatively overwhelming. With just like there's a camera of the spiders not attacking, and then Fireball pulled out a nuke.
I would like to find someone who is an expert in camera manipulation.
And then it's also like, and then we can have the dead babies testify because they've been resurrected.
I would like to find some people who are an expert in
Re-deading some babies.
soul manipulation.
And then, of course, we have the parent who was also struck by the same attack, and we've got photos of their injuries.
I would like to hire an assassin.
I mean, okay, yeah, there's a lot of good assassins for you to hire.
So I would like to hire someone to make it so those kids don't make it to trial.
Huh.
It's like, yeah, this trial is fucked. We just gotta.
Like, every single witness just died.
Is the plan?
Okay, yeah, there are some. Okay, who do you go to for like a shadowy underworld contacts?
Well, that's the one of like. My backstory would
Ben.
have like. I have
You-
yeah. So like Ben knows people.
Yeah,
I
you and
have
Ben.
a criminal background at
Also,
one point.
a mayor could probably get it done really easy.
A
yeah.
mayor,
Bethany,
a
Bethany
mayor.
probably has loads.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A mayor and like my wife are pretty tight,
Yeah.
and a mayor seems to like me for all that. Like I accidentally almost caused the universe to end because of it. and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go like, okay, yeah, I need you to somewhat to get like we need to be at full fighting force, and I need you to get me somebody who we can hire to kill a spider and all of that spider's babies.
Okay.
I also
Uh,
need someone who's really good at manipulating evidence.
uh, Amir goes, cool. Uh, so here's my team of lawyers. They're
Mhm.
all devils that have. They're wearing suits, but also you can clearly see that, like, on their necks, they've got a mayor's branding.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And it's like, cool, I own these guys. And they're pretty good lawyers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they
I mean,
they can help out.
I'm good
Uh,
at convincing people. All I need is someone with an actual like I'm happy to be the person saying the things that are written down.
yeah, sure.
But we also need to be rid of all of the overwhelming evidence against Fireball. That means no children make it to testimony. The dad doesn't make it to testimony. Uh, we get someone who can manipulate images really well to like make our own version of the security camera that shows that they were attacking us.
Oh, cool. I can handle doctoring the digital evidence
Hmm.
and or
Hmm.
magical evidence. I know some people who are good at Photoshop.
I open a briefcase of gold and I'm like, I have 6 million gold I am willing to spend
All right, so
on.
effectively you're setting like a 6 million gold bounty in,
Yeah, I'm
in
like,
like the dark contracts of assassins on this guy, his kids.
if someone can bring me the news that all that entire family of spiders is dead, 6 million gold is theirs.
Okay, so uh, Ahmed does a bang up job of fabricating evidence and then
Can I also
like
just quickly say how funny it
handling
is?
the server. Hmm.
Just that you're doing all this to kill spiders, and you'd definitely be using the dark web.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean some of the assassins you're hiring are other types of spider.
If you can find a spider with a grudge, then go for it. That's perfectly fine by me.
Uh,
The
They just
more
followed the
accidental
flow.
you make this look, the better.
over the next couple of weeks,
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
you've managed to fabricate a lot of fake evidence that is about as convincing as the real evidence.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And you've heard of the disappearance of several of the baby spiders.
Can I just lament real life for a second? That this is a bit too real. The idea of a court case, someone fabricating evidence to prove that the real evidence was fabricated, and that working.
Yeah, that's the plan. Uh,
It's
And then
very
also
upsetting.
murdering all of the witnesses and
I,
and
hey,
because you
hey,
can talk to the dead, Amara's been like, okay, I've got to kill their soul as well.
I
Given
thought this
all
was
the
meant to be
assassins
like
still killing
fantasy,
knives.
not real.
hey, I don't know how much you've been following the Boeing case where they keep just killing whistleblowers. Like that's a thing that's happening
Allegedly.
that. Yeah, sure, allegedly. That's the thing that's been happening in real life, where those whistleblowers keep just mysteriously killing themselves right before they testify.
Really strangely, all of these spiders are just going missing over the course of the next few months.
Oh, Graham, is that
Uh,
a bit like the thing that everyone's memeing on the fact that Julian Assange is gonna commit suicide or fall down
Yes,
a flight of stairs soon?
Yeah.
yeah, that's the point. Effectively, it's a bit like the whole thing recently where Bolivia denounces Israel, and this, and I think a day and a half later, a military coup tries to happen. You know, with some money from somewhere.
Somewhere.
big daddy spiders generally still around though, and the spiders that were near him are generally still okay. None of your assassins have, as of yet, made an attempt on his life.
I'm like,
Especially one that looks accidental. Very hard to kill that guy.
I've been paying out smaller bounties to people, and I'm like, okay, Big Daddy Spider, right?
The big complaint most of them has is so like I've profiled him and above my no, I just can't do it. Like you haven't found an assassin with the right talents to do it. Lots of assassins have said like maybe someone else who wasn't as reliant on magic could do it. Not
So,
me though.
so the I'm gonna do the a thing that I the where I'm gonna go to all of the best assassins that we found
Gonna
and
hold
ask them
Assassin
each
Con.
to tell me who they think the best assassin they've heard of is.
A couple of them reference a couple of different people.
Is it
That's
gonna be
fine.
Howdy Partner?
One
Well,
one
No.
of them mentions a name that sounds familiar, and it's just Time Boy's adopted son.
So the point of this is it's if you're trying to find the best person at something, the lower down you are, the less likely that person will have been heard of by the people. So you just go to each rung, ask the people that are recommended by the people who you found who are the best at that rung, and ask them who they think the best is until you get to a point where like everybody gives the same answer.
what a couple of them say, oh, if you want someone killed, like a man, right?
Yeah, I've been asking Amir to do the job, but she hasn't so far.
She's been busy doctoring evidence,
I'm gonna go to Amir and
and
go like,
then also ruining the real evidence.
I'm gonna go to Amir being like, "Hey, your evidence like stuff looks great. Any chance you could just like kill the spider?
Sure, give it a shot.
Because I know that you've got thousands of clones of you, and all of the clones of you are like way more powerful than anyone we know.
I'll give it a shot. Uh, so some of them also mention a couple of other like people you've basically never heard of, but they claim that those people are like the best out there.
Can I just
I
say I'm
attempt-
really glad Sonya's not here. She would be very
For-
upset with all this.
Are you not? Are you not in for like the evil rampage that I am currently going
I
on?
was just going to say Colt isn't paying
I would.
attention to what you're doing because he
Yeah, I
doesn't
was about
think
to say
he'll
this.
understand any of
I,
it.
I was about to say this. As far as Colt knows, we are preparing in the normal way for a court case. None
Yeah.
of this is happening.
Yeah, and he's just trusting you on that. He's off doing his own stuff.
Ben's on team lawyer with
You-
the
Yeah.
devil lawyers, and he's just like, I assume you haven't been telling Ben the incredibly shady stuff
The
you've been
Amir
doing.
stuff.
No, Ben will know some of the stuff we are planning to do in the actual court case, such as rile up the hatred of spiders of normal, everyday people in the universe.
Yeah,
I have, and he has to know what evidence we are submitting,
yeah.
but he
He's like,
does not have to know about the like spider baby murder spree that is happening in the universe that I am currently financing.
true. He wasn't at that event, so maybe that's how it went down.
I am an evil character who understands that my friends would not understand the lengths I am willing to go to solve this problem, and I therefore do not make them have to know about it.
Amer's first attempt doesn't go very well. She basically says, he's invented a thing, and that might actually be a problem.
I mean, but you're the best at inventing things, Amir. I'm going to spend the entire time like buttering up Amir, telling her how great she is and how awesome she is at inventing things.
Oh, don't worry, I'll outclass that hack.
Oh, like I believe in you entirely. I know you're the best around. No one's ever going to get you down.
She basically details, so he's found a way to create like a field around himself, which is just like it's really weird. It's like he controls all the magic there. It's very
He like created his own like mini domain.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. It also makes his spells stronger and stuff. It does a lot of stuff.
It's fine. You've got 2 months.
Yeah. I'll formulate a stratagem. Like I tried launching a bunch of stuff at him, but he managed to take control of it once it got close enough to him and then redirect it.
Okay, so is that just with magic? Could we try like a?
Yeah, I'm gonna try conventional nuclear weapons and see how that goes.
Cool.
If it fails, I'm gonna blow the solar system he's in up.
Yeah, go for it.
And hopefully that'll get him. Maybe do I go straight to solar system or do I
Start
do
with the
planet?
planet.
It's a
Start
bit
with the planet.
barbaric overkill even for a mare.
Start-
First
start-
nukes, okay, sure. Annihilate a whole solar system, bit far.
Start with the planet. Like
Sure, I'll start with the planet, and if he survives that one, solar system.
I'm gonna
Uh,
go. I'm gonna go back to the lawyering plan and see about like that part of it.
3
just-
solar systems later, she's like, motherfucker, can see the future. I'm gonna get that guy.
I mean, I know a person that stops people from being able to see the future.
So we put them next to them, and then I nuke them.
Sure.
Ah, good plan. Okay.
Is this what happens when Sunya's not around?
This is what happens when Fume is left alone.
In intergalactic news, 3 solar systems have disappeared.
Oh, when and or if we find out.
It's very concerning that solar systems are just going missing. Oh, and in other news, the time dragon has fixed the dog situation.
Oh,
Hang on a
that's
minute,
good.
wouldn't the freaking god cult be like, what the fuck is happening?
I'll have
Where's
I'll
that son gone? That was
I'll-
mine.
I'll have to send him like a thank you.
Yeah, God Cult is gonna go investigate the disappearance of a couple of stars, which
Does he
seems
send
important.
He doesn't send a text to actual cult, does he? Like, do you know anything about this?
I mean, yeah, he'd probably send a message to you all of like, hey, do you know where these stars have gone?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Sends message back. Well, the universe is sends message back. Well, the universe is ending. Is it not to do with that?
I mean, that shouldn't make stars explode.
It's fine. It's fine. When we get the
Okay.
when we get the powers to like rewrite the universe, we'll make everything back the right way.
I'm just checking.
Cult
Hmm.
we just sent to the other cult. Well, if you find out who's doing it, we can both punch him really hard together.
I'm so glad it's
Send.
Amir that's doing it.
True. Cult. I'm gonna roll to see if he picks up on that because it is like thingy destroying. Yeah, it's a bit low. Like there's a 3.
Is that against Amir's deception?
Sure, you want to go against a mare's deception?
Yeah, sure. Roll that to suss out the DC. That's pretty shit insight. It's like, is this destruction a mare flavored enough?
Facebane's also not super on board with this plan and doesn't understand why they want to go talk to why the mayor wants them to go talk to this spider. Fatesbane sends you a message saying, "I'm busy fighting a war. Can I meet them in like maybe a week?
No.
By mid decapitation.
Finish up that decapitation, then head over.
But there's like a bunch more decapitations I need to do.
Can they not win the war without you?
I'm pretty important.
I'm kind of a big deal around here.
La dee da.
Fucking Fatesbane.
Hey, we just need you to help with someone who's literally flaunting the laws of space and time.
The
The thing that only you can do.
Earliest I can get there is in like a week. I can't get off this battlefield
I'm like,
until
how
then.
long do we have left?
It's tomorrow.
No.
Can you do a week by tomorrow?
I'm gonna teleport to Fatesbane and teleport Fatesbane here.
You teleport there. I'd like you to make several dexterity saving throws, and a couple of...
Is this from like things on the battlefield?
Yes,
going down?
things on the battlefield are like midway through attacking her, and
Alright.
like big,
Ah!
big giant fuck off dragons and demons and
So what
everything
I
in
do-
between. Angels are all just mid combat clashing. She is currently like jumping and flying through enemies. You teleport over to where she is, and it's just mid battle. She's already like 40 feet away from you by the
so
time
I-
you
so I
arrive.
to roll.
Give me a couple of deck saves. Give me like 3.
I assume 2 of those pass, maybe? No?
No,
No?
no. A stray missile hits you in the face.
Ow.
Does missile damage.
It does a lot of damage.
If I survive, obviously.
Uh,
I mean,
you take 334 damage to the face. That,
Ow.
by the way, that is force.
Ow.
Then
regardless, it is because of the special thing that you have. Remember, from your wedding.
then
Mhm, mhm.
basically you suddenly start rotting away a bunch more for another 117 damage.
Ow. Ow, that really hurts.
Uh,
Joseph, I want to ask, just because it sounds like something I would have done.
yeah.
I mean, it's just gonna result in it happening to them again in a second, but I'm gonna send you a message to ask if I can
And-
have already done something, which
And
they'll...
then you are aged. You are aged up massively, but you're immortal, so it doesn't really
I'm
show.
literal, it doesn't
But
do
it
anything.
it still rots you a bit. You 356 more damage of necrotic.
Cool. Cool, that hurts.
As you land on this battlefield mid fight, and Fatesbane's like, "Oh, hi!" Stab, stabs
I-
everything.
I like grab Fatesbane and go back.
Okay. I'm mid battle.
Yeah!
I need to go back there.
And I'm like, Amir, do your thing.
Bunch of friends. Oh, they need to be standing next to them, so they don't see this coming. So I recommend teleporting there and then teleporting away when I give you the signal. And
Like-
the signal is on here. Throws you tiny
I-
box. And that blinks red. Teleport away.
I'm standing there being like, Amir, if you look at me, I don't look great.
Ah.
Could you please, like, use one of your clones?
Sure.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Pulls out clone.
I'm gonna go sit down. Ow. Fuck.
In response to missile hit.
I wouldn't have been alive 3 months ago.
Joseph, you know that it doesn't change anything at all.
It would change some things because it means you wouldn't be in a position to then quickly grab Fatesbane.
Would be like a minute later.
Yeah, but then she'd be in a different place.
Fair.
Yeah. Please don't.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to be nice.
I understand that, but I'm like,
It was the
he's
oh,
gonna punish me. He's gonna punish me for it. Please, please, please.
it's the can I have a contingency on Fume so that she doesn't get hit by stuff?
Okay, no, never mind. Changed mind, Joseph. I'm gonna write what the contingency was. It doesn't change anything, but it works in my favor.
Okay. Yeah. Sends clone. Grab fate spin. Send to place. Gonna now just go big or go home. Obliterate. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna disintegrate that quadrant of space. That's my plan.
I don't need to hear your plans. The less I know, the better.
Got it.
Like mentally.
Both mentally and from a like deniability perspective.
Uh, as far as you can tell, it's probably worked.
Is that to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Mayor's like, okay, should be dead now.
Could be or is.
Hard to confirm.
Well, the space isn't there anymore, but they could have moved.
Yeah, I have unned that place. That place is now no longer.
Is an X place.
Yeah, it's former to being a location.
I do love the idea of Time Dragon, who is really working on helping us out at the same time as in a fucking war. Is like, I finally solved the dog thing. Whoever caused that is a massive jackass, and then a load of spaces just vanish.
He sent what he did was he used a bunch of energy to send all the matter of the black hole that was a dog, but collapsed into a black hole pretty quickly.
Yeah, the dog hole.
Back in time to a state where it was still matter.
Excellent.
So he reignited half of the universe.
And then some of it vanished.
And then a mare blew up 3 solar systems and 1 quadrant.
He must feel like he's done a real good job today.
He's done a great job. Just more places have gone missing.
I'm gonna go sleep before the day tomorrow when we have to do the court case.
You show up to the court case.
Put my health back up because that was very painful.
I'm gonna say this. The Big Daddy Spider, does send a proxy saying that, my dad can't make it to this trial because he's been mortally wounded and has had to, like, get into another body. So he can't make it. He's kind of preoccupied. Also, someone's been, like, murdering all of our siblings. So we can't really do the trial.
I would like to spin this as them obviously having lied and been trying to avoid trial so they don't have to face the jury.
Fume, with advantage, roll persuasion.
Oh god, this is going to go so badly, isn't it? I literally, with a 41, it's mind control.
Versus...
the jury.
Yeah. And since the judge can only overrule an guilty verdict, and they're all being like, "Oh, this Fireball guy is innocent." Yeah, Fireball is like is
convicted of innocence.
Convicted of innocence. Yeah, he is been deemed innocent by the jury, and thus the judge is hands tied, gonna be like, sure, he isn't guilty of that crime. It's weird that all of the evidence has disappeared from the other side, and the new side has a bunch of extra evidence, and that all of those people have been suspiciously disappearing, but can't overrule the jury. You 100% think that the judge thinks you're super guilty. But the jury
that's
of
the major
some
plot thing.
fire elementals and some spiders and some other weird aliens are all like, yeah, no, this fireball guy must be innocent. The other side is so sketchy.
God, it's so bad that in the time that you illegally won this case, I didn't have enough time to find the fucking Ace Attorney theme.
Nice. I will.
I mean, one of the biggest things was all of the attempted murders, and he crippled the main person who had to show up for the case, and so he couldn't show up for the case to defend himself.
I
Also,
would,
all of his lawyers died in the first nuclear bombing.
hey, I'm gonna use like my wish to true resurrection, like Fate's Bane, just in case, you know.
Sure,
I'm gonna do that back on the planet where the fight was happening, and then disappear to not have to deal with that shit.
you do that, and Fate's Bane's just like, ah, what?
Bye, Fate's Bane. Thanks for the help.
For reference, the true resurrection doesn't work, but your wish does pull Fate's Bane towards where you are.
Oh, okay, because I assumed Fate's Bane was dead because the point was to drop that, to like demolish the part of space she was in.
You would have thought she would have been killed in that event. Amir is almost sure that would kill basically anything because it also annihilates the souls of anything
It
caught in
turned
it.
out it didn't kill either the spider or Fate's Bane.
Yes. It did mean that you won the trial, though.
I think you're slipping, Amir. I'm gonna say this.
Amir is really fucking annoyed at that spider, and is like, I am going to invent a way to kill that spider.
I think
And
you're
then-
a new nemesis.
And then she looks over at Fate's Bane and is like, how did you survive? God, I'm losing my touch at murder.
I think you have a new nemesis, and it's that fucking spider.
I'm gonna kill that fucking spider.
Now, thanks for all this help.
No matter how much of the universe I have to blow up.
Just remember to take a note of the parts of the universe you blow up because we can put it back later.
And
That's a good point. Instead of blowing it up.
voice in your
try-
head says, "And where we're not." Remember, I say that, Fume.
Oh yeah, please remember to not blow up where we are or artifacts are because that would cause us not be able to put it back.
Got it. Fate's Bane survived because of her artifact. It has a special ability that she had to use in order to live.
But yeah, I would like to point out that due to space law, Fireball can never be tried for this murder again.
Can't be tried for the same crime twice.
Good old double jeopardy.
Someone is gonna try you for one day. Someone will try you for definitely committing or being indirectly responsible for a lot of murder, but probably not.
You gotta get Emir to trial first. She's the one that did all the things.
That's true. She did blow up a lot of solar systems. Yeah, you did it. You
I
got
go back to the rest of
Fireball.
the group where we have a celebration with Fireball where none of you know exactly what we went through to get Fireball out of that. But I know. The sort of like far off stare of somebody who got in too deep and got way too invested.
It's like, we did it at any cost. Any cost.
You know, I probably would have done less costs if the fact the spider kept surviving hadn't annoyed me so much.
You hear up in the rafters of the ship just noises of spider murder.
I think I might have a psychotic break.
Just a mere like, this bomb will definitely work. Oh, that would kill me too. Fuck. Shelving the multiverse bomb for now.
Hey everyone, so what's the plan now that we've saved our good old comrade? Hey, it's been
Since
4 months. It's been
since
4 months and Sonya's still not back.
Yeah.
since it's been 4 months, I was going to say one, Colt would probably have summoned Raw at some point to have a talk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
I think
talk.
I think it'd be funnier if you and May Joseph discuss how that went down, outside the game, so that
Sure, because
it'd be
I do.
funnier when Sonya and Fume say, "So if you spoke to him," and Cole's like, either, "Oh yeah, it went really well," or "Oh, that didn't go well."
I
Depends
do.
on which way we're gonna go with it.
I do also have a thing for Ra that he can do, because there's technically another person who can speak to him now.
Right? Again, that's one of the reasons why I was like, would it be funnier if we talk about that like outside of the game?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just gonna say the other thing that Colt would probably do is, since we've got 4 months and Colt's just like, hey, if Fume ever needs me to be bodyguard again, sure, but otherwise I'm gonna be useless here. He's probably just gonna either train with his clan or speak with Ben, just be like, okay, so you said that there are other factions out there that we need to be like buddy buddy with to get them on our side for when we have this great big meeting. Are any of them just after someone to just punch a tyrant or something? Because I can just go and do that real quick.
I don't. I don't think anyone like punch Tyrant, but I
You know
mean,
what I
you
meant?
can you can spend yeah you can spend the 4 months going from like faction to faction to faction, getting a general idea of what they want and stuff.
Yeah, and
And
any other downtime
yeah,
that he can get bent or take you or drop one off into ship back to Zandikar, and he'll just spend time with his clan again.
sure.
Because he's like,
Uh,
hey, Sonya's off in space doing fix the universe stuff that I can't help with. Fume's doing legal stuff that I can't help with. So I'm going to help in the only way I can, is
yeah,
be strong and know about what we're doing next for like the big picture.
Colt's gonna go and do the main plot line. He's
Yeah.
as a side quest. He's gonna do the main plotline side quest that's happening.
Main plotline prep time side quest.
Yeah. Yeah. You have a. I'll send you some general
Some lore.
stuff of just like uh you know a couple of things. Uh, the Landians are having issues with their god. They all that nation is a holy one that worships a singular god, and they have become ill. They want help with that. Uh, the Imperials, they're sort of on your side. They want the status quo to continue, but they
Who,
do
sorry?
need
Who, sorry? Because I am noting this just to save you typing.
the Imperials. Uh, they want that, and they also, but they do want help. They want you to stop a robot uprising that's happening in their bit of
Court's like,
space.
sure, I'll do that now.
Uh,
Unless he sees the bigger picture and he goes, that's a bit above me. Just a little
Also,
bit.
Colt, any of these things specifically, or Ori is like very eager to help you with, because imagine how happy Sonya will be when she comes back and doesn't have to do, in quotation marks, side quests.
the Flori are trying to uncover a powerful weapon that might help them win the war that's written about in their ancient legends.
The Flory.
Yep.
Is that spelled like fluorine?
Yeah. Why not? I just wrote a word, okay? Don't. Uh, and the Union basically want you to help them capture some places that the Time Dragon currently controls so that they can have resources.
That may help win war. And that was the Union. Just want us to help them.
Yeah, they want help capturing some like planets that would give them a lot of new resources.
Colt would be like, I hope that's ethical. when you say capture planets, or when they say capture planets.
Also, you get a general overview of their opinions on what they want to happen, like, afterwards. The Lithonians have recently changed their stance because because of you guys, they've flipped over, so now they want to preserve the status quo. The Imperium wants to preserve the status quo. The Landians kind of want to use the uh, artifact for their own advantage. The Florians, it's a bit unclear. They seem to have their own well-hidden intentions. Like, it's not really public knowledge what they want to actually do with the big artifact at the end. The Union wants to make everywhere a better place. Oh, there's also a place called the Alliance. Uh, they generally want to make the universe some like idyllic, basically for everyone. And they want help with. They want help with securing some important. They basically want help with securing some words. If I could word, that would be nice. They want help securing some base lanes effectively. There's some areas of space that have been recently plagued by a bunch of their supply ships suddenly disappearing. They don't know why. Plus help.
Well, that's Colt's like, that sounds like my kind of gig.
Yeah, so Colt, which one's calling to you?
He's still writing, i.e. I'm still writing. Because I'm terrible at taking notes.
Hey, I'm responsible for the deaths of millions of people.
Tangentially responsible.
Yeah, you only ordered it.
I'm just gonna say that maybe I didn't know quite how far Ramir was going most of the time.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
tell
meh.
yourself that.
It's a meh. Like, there is no limit.
Especially
Yeah.
when her first plan didn't work, and then her problem-solving strategy was, I'll just go bigger and stronger each time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
James, for your notes, Ori would specifically say that can't speak exactly for Sunya, but based on the way that she has acted so far, probably put that going and stealing planets from Dragon to the bottom of the list.
Okay, so fucking right, Ori. I'm just gonna put friend of Sunya, unless he's gonna be more forthcoming as to who and what he is. Colt's just gonna be like he's a friend of Sunya.
Yeah.
So you say what? Sorry.
He would say that put the go and liberate planets from
last.
Dragon.
Well, there was no liberate planets from dragons. One of them said capture planets for their resources.
Yeah, but it was planets that are owned by the Time Dragon.
Yeah, but that didn't come up.
It did. That was one of the options. That was the
Union.
one.
They want help capturing some planets for their resources. Joseph, are they owned by Time Boy?
Yeah, they are owned by Time Boy.
Okay, I'll note that down then, because I clearly missed that while I was typing.
To be fair, I did give you a lot. All at once.
Yeah. I mean, in that case, Court obviously. Even without that, Court be like, "Is that ethical?" And then when it's like, "Oh yeah, they're owned by the Town Dragon," Court's like, "I don't think that would be a good idea." So Ori wouldn't even have to bring that up if anything.
Fair enough.
And Ori are on the same page. They are owned by Time Boy. Ori, friend of Sunya, on same page as Colt.
Poyo.
Yeah, Poyo agrees.
What is Ori though? Is he just in terms of is he a spellcaster? Is he a fighter, or is he just an NPC?
He is a man.
Abilities? He's a person. Okay, so Colt would be interested because he'd be like, so if he's trying to make small talk, he'd be like, So what do you do in your spare time? You spellcaster or something?
I mean, I used to teach. Haven't
Okay.
we've discussed this all before?
Look, I have a lot to remember these days, and I'm
I
just
mean,
trying to make small talk.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
And I have a lot to remember these days. A lot of it involves planets getting destroyed. It's not fun in here. Points at his own head.
That's actually a good point. You have heard on the news that a lot of solar systems and even an entire sector of space have just disappeared. No one knows why.
Maybe, yeah, maybe add that to the list of things to investigate. This isn't
I mean, I'm
related to
pretty
the
sure.
government,
I'm
but
pretty.
you know.
I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
Sonya's looking at that last one.
the Lithonians do want to know that like a new thing has cropped up with them, which is where have a bunch of uh, where have two of our solar systems gone?
I
And
mean,
then the Alliance is wondering where a sector of their space went, and the Imperials are wondering where one of their solar systems went.
again, Colt is like, I think that's what Sonya is trying to figure out or trying to fix,
Yeah, maybe Sonya's working on that.
but he would need to check. Unless Ori has some insight, in which case I assume he doesn't if he's going.
Yeah, Ori, what do you think's going on with
Ah,
that?
I have no clue. Yeah,
What?
which of those things is calling to you, Colt?
Okay.
You
let's
said
go through
you
it.
the
Yeah, the
space
whole
lanes one.
the supply run, the supply trucks disappearing sounds like the sort of thing that he'd get hired for, and also the Landians, they want to use the artifacts for their own advantage, for their own gain. So quotes like, well, they need a stern talking to, but they are all very unwell. They're not hearing anything from their god, and they are very religious people. But we talk to gods all the time. So we're gonna have a word with him. He has a word with his people. Maybe we can get them on side that way, unless their god suddenly either been killed by a mare, or turned into an arsehole, or under the Time Dragon's boot heel.
You see when you mention her, she appears, but you've never seen her like this. She looks genuinely pissed off. She's like, "I have a name. What's happening?"
I, s- I said, I was talking, thinking about it.
Also, you can
Just,
see
well,
this.
what are you upset about? I never see you upset.
You can see a wire poking out of her neck because this is a robot.
Again, you never look upset. All I did was say your name.
Sorry, I'm trying to kill a spider. It's got me in a foul mood.
Actually, Miss Mayor, if I could, it would be actually quite helpful if you could write down a list of all of the gods that you've killed, so like something that we can reference.
Writes down the name of the sun god. Here you go.
Ah, well, there you
What
go,
about
Colt.
what
Then
about the other one?
That wasn't me. I just
Yeah, it
made the
was.
knife for it.
Who threw it then? Because it certainly looked like you.
Frogs. I killed Sun God. There was other one was just. I mean, I sold the launching mechanism as well,
That makes sense.
but
Hmm.
I didn't actually.
Tech. Okay, sure. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt this time. Look, it was just me speaking. The reason that you heard your name is because I was just speaking hypotheticals. I said, "What if she's killed a god again?" Hence
Yeah,
why Ori was asking.
yeah. I'm not really focused on killing gods right now. Right now, I'm really trying to kill this one spider.
Well, good luck with that. Bye
Okay.
bye. Waves.
Thanks, Cole.
Waves are off.
Because
Does she go away?
she just two hooks descend from the ceiling, like go underneath her arms and just pull her into the ceiling, and then she
ah,
just
she Mission Impossible's in reverse.
yeah,
But
and then like right back to the and then and then like 4 or 5 cans of like anti-spider repellent, but with a little mare sticker on the front of them fall out of the ceiling behind her.
so Colt's like quickly sends a text to the other him. I understand that you had the god-killing knife thing. Did you
Yeah.
use that on Memory Boy?
Oh, sorry. Hang on. A
Yeah,
Amare.
Amir did the memory, and it
Yeah,
was
Amare
Colt that
killed
did the
Memory
Sun
Boy.
God.
Colt killed the
Yeah,
Sun God.
that's why I was
Yeah.
confused because I was like, we saw
Sorry.
him do that.
Yeah. So yeah, Amare
Mike
would have
killed Memory Boy,
written the Memory God's name.
right? And then other Colt did the Sun God. Okay, that all makes sense. Colt is also to answer Ori's question. Yeah, the Alliance one does jump out the one because it sounds like something he'd get hired for. The Landians also because we talk to gods all the time. The Imperials, Court's like, hey, stopping a robot uprising sounds like fun. You're not killing anybody, you just smash them.
I
Yeah.
love the idea, like, Tiki was like,
How dare you?
I take offense to that.
Yeah, he would. He'd go, how dare you? And Court's like, oh, come on. You are literally in the wiring of this whole thing. If that points at his body, gets smashed up, you're still fine. That's how you function, innit? That's still really offensive.
Wow, Colt, I didn't realize you were so racist against robots.
Against machines.
I mean,
Nobody show Court AI art. Nobody show him.
to be fair, you get the general sense that when you went to the Imperium, their general lifestyle was quite utopian, but you did see that like robots did everything.
Yeah.
Like, and the
Right.
robots seemed pretty intelligent, but they
Mhm.
did like they worked the fields, they like carried people to where they needed to go.
God, it's gonna be
Like-
real unfortunate if that's where RU ended up.
So Court would just be like, yeah, over reliance on appliances. If nobody does any work for themselves, then I quite frankly can't blame the machines for just saying we don't need you.
And that's what they want help with. A group
Mhm.
of rowdy machines have said, "Hey, we want rights."
So we might want to bring our diplomat to that. The Flori are looking for a super weapon. Sounds interesting, but they kind of want to use it on the war. So, if we found it, we'd probably have to make sure that they're not going to use it for all the wrong reasons. The Union are the only one where Colt is like, just straight up would straight up turn around to them and say, "I think that's a bad idea. I just don't think that's going to go down well. You're straight up walking face first into no man's land for very little reason. You, me, and everybody that gets caught in that whole job will probably just cease to exist. For all you know, you've probably sent people already, you just don't remember. Because they got wiped out of his existence that much.
To be fair, the governments are relatively power balance checked with the Time Dragon.
Yeah,
But it's mostly due to that one
Court's
super
operate
weapon.
on his fucking simple monkey boy level.
Yeah, it's fair.
So he's
That's-
just probably like, you don't fucking know. Well, I don't know, so...
Yeah.
Again,
I mean-
so he's just like, I think that's a bad idea. I think I'd be putting my own friends in serious harm's way that could actually harm them doing that job. So he's gonna leave that till last.
Yeah. I mean, if I
Also,
were
he's
you,
worried
I'd
about
also...
he's worried about the efficacy of the whole thing because they used the word capture, and he's like, yeah, but do people live on this on these planets, and are they cool with the Time Dragon owning those planets? Or at least being in control of those planets. If so, we're kind of being the invading force there and like conquering something in the name of like just somebody pointing and telling us to go and do it, which Colt's not down for.
Hmm.
So again, he's gonna leave that at the bottom. All the rest of them, he's like, the rest of them sound neat. And if there's any that Colt thinks that he could handle it on his own, he'd go and give it a good old college try, like maybe looking for that super weapon or something.
The first step of that thing is, they go, okay, cool. Here is a bunch of ancient tomes and lore that you need to read through.
Oh no, reading. I mean,
Oh no, my greatest weakness.
No, I can help with that. I love
I mean,
reading.
are you here? That's my question.
Or I mean, Ori says that.
Or what? Can you read everything, all writing? Because this is like ancient
That's a
stuff.
good point. It's been 4 months. Completely forgot about that, and like I was aware of it, but then I was
Yeah,
like, "Wow, it has been 4 months."
I
So
also
that
just suddenly pegged that. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, where have you been?
I forgot that it has been 4 months.
Like
Uh,
It's
Colt at the
making that
same
comment.
time. Colt at the same time is thinking, "Hey, Sonya's out there trying to fix that part of the universe that turned into a dog. That's probably going to take some time."
it's actually been close to 5 months, to be quite fair. Fume, roll a
Actually,
perception check, and same for Colt.
would it be 5 months? Because again, this is like happening while Fume's doing all the legal shit. Because
Yeah,
Colt
but
would be made aware
I,
of
I, I said 5 months because since the start of the session, because you spent like 2 or 3 weeks going to the prison that's in the middle of nowhere.
28.
Uh, okay, Fume. A
Mhm.
couple of weeks in, you feel a little. A couple of weeks into the like legal stuff, you feel a little ill. Uh, Colt,
Uh-huh.
right? Colt, roll medicine.
Nat 1, Nat 1. Oh, Nat
Uh,
20.
Cool. You look at Fume, and you like I don't know. You were reading a magazine one time, and it just comes to you. You're like, oh yeah, she's pregnant.
Uh, how does that work with genies?
Like, Fume hasn't noticed what's happening yet because it's like early on. But you are 100% confident. Suspiciously so, actually.
Colt's mega confused because he's like, one, how does that work with genies? Two, she's gay.
Really?
How does that work?
That's news to me.
So Colt's like, how?
Yeah, Colt approaches you, Fume, and says, "How?"
Look,
How-
look,
how-
if it's,
How,
I know
what?
it's
How am I
not,
gonna free
I know
fireball?
it's, no, I mean, something else. I know it's not really any of my business, and if you don't want me talking about it, that's fine, but you, are more of an oven than usual in the sense that you've got a bun in you. Do you know what I mean?
All I have,
No,
I know,
that's not possible.
I know that
I
Colt
know,
isn't this
that's why I'm
nasty,
confused,
but
but
I was
you're
just.
showing all the signs of morning sickness.
Sorry,
I've
what was
seen
I
it.
trying to say before I respond to this in character?
I was just internally dying because I know Colt wouldn't do this, but I couldn't get it out of my head that Colt went up to you and was like, "Hey, just happen to notice you've been packing on pounds a bit recently."
No, Colt wouldn't be that.
I know he
mean.
wouldn't, but that was stuck in my head.
Again, like
But yeah,
what I did
Fumes
say
in
in
full like
character was, you've got a bun in you.
Fumes
You're
full
showing all
like,
the signs of morning sickness.
I'm just a bit ill at the moment. I don't know, like just because it happens in the like that's not like
I
that's not
know.
it's not like it's not physically possible.
Just because it happens every morning.
I appreciate that, but especially since you know you're you're married to Bethany and all, but I'm seeing all the signs because we see in my clan we like have females in the clan as well and procreate all the time. We see births happen all the time. You end up starting to notice the signs, and you're kind of showing them. I'm just
Oh no no no
if
no
you
no no no
if
no
you
no no no
Saw
no
how
no no no
confident
no.
he is.
Like Fume is full denial mode.
Like,
I
Don't matter how
understand your
confident he is.
denial. All I'm saying is just maybe just check,
and then like
just to be sure. You know, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that what I'm seeing is morning sickness. I
Like-
mean, it's a little bit difficult because you're a genie, but yeah,
and then
Yeah.
get checked. Yeah,
like, do you go get checked, Fume, or do you like just keep
How
denying it?
how long is this before the trial of fuck?
Joseph said a few weeks.
It's a few weeks into you studying law. Is
Oh, okay.
so like you by the time of the trial, you've been like pregnant for around 5 months.
Can I make some sort of check that could possibly work out how this could physically happen?
Give me a religion check.
Oh, this is why he asked me that question.
Nope. Give me medicine.
How does Babby
Get
work?
give me arcana.
How do Babby?
If all the Arcana's at least a good.
Maybe it's okay. You've confirmed one thing. It's not conventional magic. But no one has taught you about sex education ever.
I mean, yeah, my parents
And-
were
and-
terrible, and then I got
And
shoved in.
and also you just have no clue about anything to do with it. Really, it's
Right.
just
I mean, I
You're-
did
you're
hold
sure-
hands with her a lot.
you're sure a wizard didn't approach you and just cast baby at you.
I cast baby.
That's what you're sure of.
I'm like,
The rest of it,
What level would that be?
Shockingly
I don't know.
low.
so if I'm reading this correctly, I don't have any idea about what could have done this, either medically or thing, except it wasn't a wizard.
yeah. The only thing you're confident is arcane magic didn't do this to you.
But I don't.
But
This can't like. I may not have had much education, but like it does have to be a man and a woman, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
an
yeah,
11
like-
is
like-
11 is enough to know that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Colt is still in the conversation with you, so you'd be like, yeah, I know that's the confusing part. All I'm saying is that all of the signs are kind of showing.
Graham, make a history check.
Okay.
I would say with the 20.
I was so hoping I would nat one that history check.
Oh,
With the 20.
oh wait,
With the 22, I would say that Fume would remember how fucking weird it was that before Sonia left, she like patted her on the head and stuff.
I'm like,
oh
Sonya.
wait, Sonya's the god of procreation, isn't she? Or reproduction, sorry.
oh.
She could probably just make that happen.
So did you roll a dice to decide which of them it was, Andrew?
No comment.
Okay.
Makes sense. At
Well,
least
yeah,
that
Fume-
bit does. I wonder if
Fume
that's
will
why
let
she's
that
buggered off.
revelation go and actually check.
You
then
are
continue
indeed
medically
pregnant.
murdering.
Do you like follow up and go to a hospital and stuff?
I mean, I feel that is the correct thing to do, but I am spending a lot of time trying to work out how to.
So you're
when
just gonna like buy a test, quickly confirm, then you just move on.
Well, no. The issue is she's gonna have to like work it in around being incredibly evil to save Fireball.
Yeah. So do you go and get like checked up on properly?
She will do, but we could have yada past that stuff for the.
Yeah.
Well, look, since we seem to have kind of figured it out, I just want to say congratulations for all it's worth.
But well done. You went for the hat trick on your first try.
Hat trick?
When you get it confirmed, you're giving birth to triplets. That was a random day 100 I asked you to roll for me.
What? God.
Everyone's doing the end of Evangelion clapping, and then Ori's like, "Oh, you should probably let Bethany know."
I mean, she was on the ship the last I checked. I would have assumed she'd have been involved with this process.
I mean, like, yeah, in the cover. I assume as soon as you found out, you told her.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is like
I just want the
that-
roleplay moment of you telling Bethany.
Yeah, she's in the middle of just a training session, suplexing people.
It's like, hey,
Oh, like the person is just like attempting to punch her, and it's just not doing anything. She flicks them
I
away. They impact the wall, and she's like, "Nice, that was like 20% stronger." Sorry, how you doing, babe?
if that person makes any moves to like come back towards her, I will just banish them to a different dimension.
It's
No,
alright.
no, no.
It's
They
alright.
are
It's alright. Colt's got your back here. He pulls that person because it'll be one of the people
No.
training on him. He'll pull them away and just be like, "You're training with me now, bud. Go on."
Oh no, they are
Anyway.
100% done. they are pancaked, and they're like, I'm good.
No, and Cole
Hey.
pulls
Yeah,
them
that-
away like, no, on to the
Not
next
with that
round.
attitude. Yeah, not with
Oh.
that attitude. You got another round yet.
Oh no.
Hey,
They like scrape themselves off the wall, and they barely raise their hands against court, and they're like, okay.
That's more like it. Good man. Now come at me, and then just like gives Fume the nod to like get yourself away and do what you need to do.
Fume's like, I've got some good news, some weird news, and some weirder news.
Okay.
Excellent. None of that was
Uh,
bad.
Yeah.
So we're gonna become mothers.
Oh, I thinking of adopting?
No, and I show her the thing. This is the first weird news.
Uh-huh.
I think knowing a god of reproduction has caused some things that shouldn't be possible to be possible.
You just see she takes that in for a moment. The look of shock and confusion.
The hamster,
Yeah,
Mixed
the
together.
hamster running on the wheel stops and looks out at the thing and is confused.
It's like,
I know when we're both in these high power jobs where like I'm out adventuring and you're like a queen of the abyss, and like I know it's really sudden that this has happened so soon.
well,
But
we
I know
both,
we discussed wanting kids.
yeah, we wanted kids. So,
So, yay.
yay? Yeah?
We're both very uncertain about this because this was like not because we couldn't have thought this was a thing that could happen like this way.
Yeah.
We're both like, this is gonna be a bit different.
Yes. I think I have to go to ask Sonia about how to have protected sex.
But okay, so second part of the news.
Hmm.
You know how you always said you wanted like 3 kids
Sure, yeah.
so that they would like have like a weird dynamic where they could all play with each other. So it's triplets.
Ah, that's a lot all at once.
Yep. No time to just get used to one of them.
We're just going
3.
straight
3.
in.
Yep, just straight. Like, that's Sonia's really effective at making things happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
God, well, more than a few, but in a few months there's going to be a lot of babies on this ship.
True.
Right.
Better save the universe then.
Actually,
mean,
yeah,
this-
most of the Sonyas are like, most of the Sonyas that aren't bred
Yeah.
are like,
That one was
7
pregnant.
are like 7 months pregnant now.
So,
That's also another reason that they're staying in heaven safety.
Fume wants to ask Bethany whether she thinks that when she has one, if she still obviously is happy about this, or 2, if when she has the babies, she should retire to come and live in the abyss with Bethany, because that way they're in one place together and can.
True, they can be like safe and we can take care of them, and they'll want for nothing there.
Because just doesn't seem right if that was happening to like continue gallivanting around the place.
It'll give them a stable home life.
And this discussion
Yeah.
will continue
You,
for a while.
you two discuss being parents all of a sudden.
Fucking terrifying.
The
You're
power of
welcome.
Sonya. So yeah, then
I'm waiting for Bethany to have some words with Sonya. Like,
Sonya.
Look, this was technically something that you caused, Graham.
no, yes, it was, and I made a joke,
Yeah.
and the joke ran with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah,
I should never make jokes. That is the thing that I've begun to understand.
oh. So yes, the time passes. Uh, Sonya,
Mm-hmm.
how you do?
I mean, like, how about this, Joseph? Just because I want to play the silly character once. Let's do one mission, and then as soon as that mission's done, Sonya's done.
Sure. Fair enough. In which case, that's probably gonna be where we're gonna leave it, with everybody's pregnant.
Everybody pregnant.
Oh. But yeah, you guys saved Fireball. Well done. Remember when that was the focus of the episode? Remember that?
I'm on the man. I was having so much fun being incredibly evil, and then it got heavy.
Fireball wants to be the e- elemental father because God versus elemental. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he wants to be the elemental father.
Before we finish, to make it,
I'm
I was just gonna say to make it easy on Joseph, we should agree on what the thing
Yeah.
we're doing next is.
Which one do you want to pick from?
What were the options again?
You
I
can.
kind of lost track.
Yeah. Did you experience some like sudden revelation or something?
Maybe, who knows?
Uh, you can go help make a god feel better. You can go and help stop a robot uprising. You can help the Florians figure out where a super weapon is. You can help.
I mean, you can leave all of this to like in character questions next
No,
Friday because
we need to
Colt's
do it
been
now
off doing.
so that he can have it
so I
prepared.
can plan what the next
Yeah.
mission you guys are doing is.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it now.
You can go find those missing ships, or you can help the Union capture some planets,
Colt would be recommending.
or you can
Either.
investigate these disappearing solar systems. But
I'm steering us away from that one. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're steering us away from that.
Colt immediately suggests
Colt's
that.
already
And Fume's
said-
like, no, don't worry. I've got someone on that.
Yeah, Colt's like, yeah, so do I. The god me. He's looking into it because a bunch of his sons disappeared. Funny that would get his attention.
Oh, I've got Fate
Um,
being on that one. Don't worry about it.
Oh, neat. So we've both got someone competent. Colt thinks.
Mhm.
Colt would be pointing at like the find a weapon, investigate disappearing supply runs on space lanes, and robot uprising.
I won't. Sorry.
I would say Sonya would probably enjoy the robot uprising stuff. So
Who wants to see AI art?
probably gonna help them. But anyways, in character asking, which is closer of the missing ships and super weapon locations?
Oh, you're gonna hate what my brain just did. It just when one of the robots turns onto Colt and says, "Surrender, adventurer. You are now obsolete." And Colt is like, "Obsolete, these nuts!" Kick. Just actually uppercuts it in its head, extends like a rock'em sock'em robot.
the missing ships are closer, in theory, but if you go to the if you help try and find the super weapon first, that puts you closer to a bunch of other ones.
So yeah, I would say ships first.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Bad
I'll
news.
just
So you're gonna
follow
go
along the ship.
go find those missing ships. You guys are quite far out of the way. It's gonna take a while to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
Fume
yeah.
is suddenly way more aware of time passing.
Yeah.
Ben, can we not like hurry the ship up? No, we're going as fast as we can. Are you sure? Maybe just a little faster.
I mean, the ship's already like amped up by the power artifact. It's zooming as fast as it zooms.
I take you on the Tannoy screens. It's like, away, man! I'm doing my best.
It just feels like we're wasting a lot of time.
I've only got 4 months.
Yeah. All the other
before I
stuff.
retire from adventuring.
We better get this universe saved then.
Excellent. And
Court's like, aren't you guys glad I did all this legwork for yous? Otherwise, we would have had to do this now.
now.
Yeah. I feel I was wasting all of my time saving Fireball.
Wow, that's mean.
It did only occur to me when Andrew brought it up of like, oh yeah, that happened 4 months ago. So
Yeah,
I
maybe
didn't think it would be a
we-
massive time constraint for a while, but now it is.
Yep.
Because we spent 4 months waiting for a trial to
Yeah,
happen.
you could have put that trial at any point. And you're like, no, 4 months from now, just knowing what it was gonna do.
No, he didn't know is the problem. It wasn't until Andrew brought it up that Joseph was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that occurred. Oh yeah. I just was like, this is like a reasonable amount of time it would take to get like a trial sorted out with all the pre-trial stuff that needs to happen.
But it's fine. As it's triplets, you can all be a godparent.
Yeah.
2 of you, literally.
2 of you, I'm your godfather.
Court is just like, I still don't get where you're getting 2 from.
True.
Because he
though.
just doesn't get it.
Oh, there's lots of Sunyas. There's way more than 2.
Yeah, but Court's like, only one of them has the spark. Only
Yeah.
one of them has the gold hair and the wings.
Oh, I know. It was funny.
And all the
Cool.
eyes.
Court like looks in the mirror. Yep, still white. Like his
Look-
hair.
Yep, I'm still white.
No, he's not. He's grey.
I am
Fucking
no.
grey. His hair
I-
is silvery white.
I imagine Colt looks at Poyo and is like, "Are you God?"
Leans in.
Poyo.
Did that come through?
Good,
Yes,
You
it
did.
good
Nice.
answer.
But yeah.
Court's like, okay, so that's Poyo, not God. Cool. I'd be very worried if it was.
There's gotta be a gif of that.
Oh, yeah, that
There
was
it
a fun
is.
session.
Now
I
to
don't know
research
when-
how to roleplay a 5 months pregnant
I
character.
don't know when you want to do the raw talk, Joseph, unless you want to like drop in like an hour or half an hour early next
Yeah,
Friday.
next
'Cause,
time
like-
you can like drop in early and I can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll do it then.
Well, all in all, today went very well.
Yeah, it was very productive for
I think
everybody.
Indeed.
I think mainly because Lawrence
Very
did
deep.
not respond to the message I added him with.
I know, I saw the message and I was like, oh god, that would cause this to all grind to a halt instantly.
What
and we'd never
happened?
get any of it done.
I messaged
Andrew
Lawrence saying
messaged-
you should join
Andrew
us
messaged
right
Lawrence.
And then you could screw with all of the plans to save him
'Cause,
in a normal. Because
like-
I know Lawrence would immediately not have followed the guard and tried to escaped.
Yeah,
When he
and
was
Yeah,
normal
I was
was
just
email.
like,
so glad when you were like, I won't do the Lawrence thing.
I won't do the Lawrence thing. I know he
Uh,
would do that, but
But-
I won't.
He was under magical prison suggestion.
you know I love Lawrence and all, but he would do that, and it would do that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's why
Right,
I
Let's
messaged
just
be
him.
honest.
be real.
If he'd got killed by the guards in that moment, I wouldn't have wasted 5 months.
True. You would have got if you just gone in guns
know-
blazing and like destroyed all of the robots in the prison. You
Do you
could have
know
saved
how-
5 months.
Do you know how many universes would have been saved? Or solar systems, anyway?
A lot.
Oh, that